Hi everyone, welcome to this playthrough for the front 9 holes opening round Pro Division Northshore Tournament. Before we get started, please do hit thumbs up on the stream. Make sure you sub to the channel as well. These are first looks at the holes. If you want to get the text guides for the tweaked versions and more options on the holes as well, check out the link in the video description down below. Hole number 1, we do have a headwind. So, Kingmaker for me, just to cut the wind down. Of course you can. If you want to go with more overpower, can use a Titan as well. 4.5 topspin, 2 bars side spin to the right. Adjustment max plus 10. Going with the extra mile for the distance. Obviously, if you want to use a more accurate driver, then you can do. May need a little bit more overpower though if you're using, for instance, Thor's Hammer level 5. But anyway, going into overpower will of course need you to add some on. In here we don't, so that's fine. We don't go with any overpower. The top spin will do the work. Bounces over very, very nicely indeed. And the fairway does slope down to the right. So here 329, absolutely fine. Grizzly second shot, again going for the rough bump here. It's more consistent in my opinion than the Thorn shot going the other direction from the tee. Going with half a bar of topspin here. Half a bar of topspin. And here I would suggest you play 20% elevation true club distance. So true club distance plus 20% is what we're doing here because of course we do have cross headwind. Half a bar of topspin, make sure ball guide is going through the hole. So 6.1 wind here, I adjust here 7.5 rings with the Grizzly level 8. So that will give you a reference at least to work from. Perfect ball. Does bounce the rough a little bit on the low side, but just needs a little bit more adjustment on that one. But good speed. Going on to hole number 2 now, I'm going to use the rock and I'm going to go 3.5 top spin, 1 bar side spin to the left. Just aim down the middle there. And we have a very nice cross tailwind, so we have a good chance as well here to set up a good albatross attempt. Max plus 15, adjustment on the drive, max plus 15. And then going to take our shot. Obviously, if we are using the rock, minor, great right, minor, great left still should be fine because of the accuracy of the club. So max plus 15 on this one. And we're rolling down very, very nicely indeed. Obviously, if you have more of wind speed, you will get a slightly bigger distance on your drive, but that's absolutely fine. Okay, second shot here, 2 bars of topspin. And we find position with the ball guide going to the cup. Then I'm going to be using the plus yardage here for my reference point. So plus 3 yards on sniper level 10. I play this one 66% slider, 15% elevation. If you need to know more about the slider, check out the Academy playlist on the channel homepage. 2 very good tutorials about how to use that in your tour play and tournament games. So 66% slider plus 15 elevation, bouncing over very nicely, catches the rough, and the topspin takes us for a beautiful albatross on hole number 2. Hole 3, going to show you the bounce over shot now with the Grizzly. We do have cross tailwind here. Titan is fine, so half of the blue ring in the rough at max distance with this level of Grizzly, which is the same for level 6, 7 and 8. Then we are going here with a little bit of left spin and also 3 bars of backspin. Here I go with 0.5 left spin in the end. Adjustment max plus 20 with a very small 1201. This is because we adjust to a higher point. So small 1201 pull angle, max plus 20, and then we take our shot. Hitting perfect, and we do bounce this one very, very nicely, but just missing slightly to the left, so I think just take a smidgen of left spin off, and a very good chance for that one to drop. Hole 4, no chance of sending it here, I'm afraid, with the wind angle we have. It is cross headwind, looking directly at the green. so we're going to have to bounce over instead. 4.5 bars of top spin, 3 bars side spin to the left. And the adjustment I'm making here is max plus 10, even though we're not at max distance of club. Max plus 10. Then we're going to go with a little bit of curl to the left, half a ball of curl. Hit perfect, and we're just going to bounce over. Top spin will carry us up the fairway, and we're going to be setting up here a rough bump second shot. So 321 yards, we do have more or less direct headwind, that's absolutely fine. So I'm just gauging my club distance here, and I'm going with 3 bars of top spin. However, we are a little bit short, so I would suggest go with 3.1, maybe 3.2. I play this one 80% slider plus 15 elevation, 80% slider plus 15. And again, I'm using the plus yardage fringe check to dial in the shots, and I'll continue to do this over the course of today, so that we will get adjustments absolutely dialed in. But for a first look, we are on the close side, so it's something to work from. But just look at this, a little bit more top spin, and that'll be coming in very nicely indeed. Hole 5, we've got to send it really on this one, so I'm stretching out here, visualizing the position, going 6 top spin, 1 bar side spin to the left. Max plus 10 is the adjustment. Driver with 6 top spin is best really. So once we've adjusted max plus 10, push back up to max, and we're going to go with full overpower and a little bit of curl to the left. Hefty great left here. I've had a few attempts at this one already just to try and get some decent looks at it, but we still have room for that. But even with perfect ball, sometimes you're going to bounce the fairway. Sometimes you will clear the rough completely, sometimes you will hit the rough on your second bounce or third bounce and roll out. Either one is going to be fine. You are going to be left with a Goliath shot. And the reason I'm using Goliath is because otherwise with the Grizzly, if you only just roll out from the rough, you will be in between clubs. So here, I just go for true distance club plus 10% elevation. Like I said, you're going to have to be estimating a club distance as best you can, because with the wind strength variance off the tee, as I said, sometimes you'll get more of a rollout than others. So it's a little bit of a lottery, but I do think it is the play. And with a good estimation of club distance here, good chance of a rough bump albatross. Between 1 and 1.5 bar top spin and half a bar of left spin, and I'm playing true club distance plus 10% elevation. But just a little bit off with the estimation, but the speed was very, very good there. So I do think Berserker and Go For It will give you the best chance. Hole number 6, going for a rough bump. We're going to play with 2.5 bar backspin and 1 bar side spin to the right with a navigator. You can, of course, use a Kingmaker if you want to cut the wind down a little bit more. Top of the yellow ring touching the rough, ball guide going short and left of pin. Mid plus 20 is the adjustment to do here. Mid plus 20. Straight pull. Don't worry about going down into the water. We're still going to be okay with the tailwind. And then we're going to take our shot. Perfect ball. Bounces in the rough very nicely. Right in the middle of the rough, so we're not risking anything, but just runs a little bit high. So I would suggest go with a click more of backspin on that one. Hole number 7, no move target. With the Titan and the extra mile, 4.5 top spin, 2 bars side spin to the left. Adjustment here, max plus 10. So we don't need to move the target, just enter with the right club and power 3 ball, you'll be absolutely fine. Max plus 10 does take us into a little bit of overpower, so I go with that, plus a smidgen more just to make sure we are not going to check up too early on the fairway. Half a ball of curl to the left. We hit this one very nicely. Perfect shot. Going to bounce on the island and then roll down the fairway. And we can use yardage notes here. And we have a drive distance here of 347 yards. From here, I'm going to be playing 70% slider, 15% elevation. problem here, the yardage note here is absolutely fine. The issue is I'm too greedy on the backspin. So we need to go with a little bit less backspin. Here I play with 3.5 bar backspin, 1 right spin. However, we do need to reduce. I would suggest to go with 3.2. Ball guide into the cup here with the thorn level 8. Obviously level 7, you're going to have less ball guide, so leave it short. So adjustment here, 70% slider, 15 elevation. You will see this one does stop short. So a little bit less backspin, we'll be dropping for an eagle. Don't forget, once you've done your front 9, check back on the channel. Back 9 will be posted in a couple of hours time. Probably by the time you've looked at this video, it will be up already. So do check that the back 9 video is up there. Lots of good adjustments coming your way for that as well. Hole 8, going to go with Navigator here. And I'm playing with 4 backspin and 1 bar side spin to the left. Half of the red ring into the bunker there. And then the adjustment I do here is mid plus 25. Mid plus 25. Issue we're going to have here, sometimes you will get more of a crosswind angle and adjust more into the bunker. In which case you might want to use a click more left spin, so I would suggest going with a Titan instead, so you can just go with perhaps 1.2 bars side spin to the left. This is more of the straight tailwind angle, so we're just a little bit short in line, very sadly there. So little tweak on that one, but a very, very good approach with the Navigator. Albatross to show you here on hole 9. Going with the rock, again for the accuracy, 3.5 top spin, 2 bars side spin to the right. Don't need a kingmaker here because we can go with curl, which is good with the rock. So there's my setup, plus 1 yard, half of the blue ring in the rough. However, I would tweak this one and just go half a ring more to the left. So blue ring touching the rough. You will see on the first bounce we are a little bit close here. Mid plus 10, the adjustment, mid distance plus 10. If we are going to set up with the blue ring touching the rough, I will go with a little bit more curl to the right just to compensate. Perfect ball, and this one does bounce quite close to the rough, but like I say, with that tweak, a bit more curl, half a ring more to the left, you'll be absolutely fine. So mid plus 10. And from here, with the sniper, going to go with a no spin approach. And so we just got to find our position. So no top spin, no back spin, definitely no side spin. Leave the ball guide a fraction short of the pin. And then here I'm going to use plus yardage again to get my adjustment. So we see it's plus 6 there with a sniper level 10. I'm playing this one 90% slider, plus 5 elevation. Obviously, if you have sniper 9, you're going to have to alter that because your plus yardage will be a little bit different because your club is shorter. So just bear that in mind. But here, plus 6 with the sniper 10, 90% slider, 5% elevation. And again, we're going to get more of a roll than we think, but it comes in beautifully right at the pin. Drops for an albatross. Thank you for watching. See you soon. Bye for now.